Hi, and welcome to this quick overview of one of our latest features introduced in Case Manager 6 that we are very excited about, called data type models. Case Manager is used in very diverse environments to manage processing large workloads by a workforce. Often, the case is that you find diverse workloads within a single environment. This results in having numerous customized fields cluttering unrelated views of the data. Case Manager 6 allows you to create custom case types, which defines which custom fields to include in the model, simplifying the view and interaction with the data. In this video, we will set up a new case type and we will show the customizations, including field names, grouping, and security, and we'll show the effect on the agent view. Let's start off by opening the configuration tools and browsing to the new data type model section in the data group. The initial view shows a list of all the customizable models. We will mostly focus on case. Expanding the case section, you'll see the types of cases. For this demo, we have a medical collections case type along with the default case type. Clicking on one of the models in the model list, we can see the type model, showing the fields included in the model. Clicking on our medical collections case type, we can see a list of the included fields, some custom fields included in there for the medical insurance and the patient information. The section also includes form customization, which will show the screen that was shown to the agent. In this case, we can see a medical tab was added to the form with the fields that we included in this model. Let's say we have a new business opportunity to do first-party account management for the medical industry. Some, but not all of the fields will be shared with medical collections, such as the insurance information, and we will also need to keep track of the status of the account. To set this up, let's create a new type for these cases. Let's browse to the main case type, where you'll see a section, Customization Types, that defines the case types. Click on Add, which will show you a form to create a new case type by defining a simple name and an optional description. Let's call this Medical Account Management, and we can add a simple description. You'll now see in your list of available case types, Medical Account Management as an option. When you click on it, you can view the model. By default, only the mandatory fields are included, but we can go ahead and add some new fields to this model. An easy wizard will guide you through the steps of adding new fields, starting off with a confirmation that you are editing the correct model. Moving forward, you have the option of reusing existing fields or defining a new field. Since we want to reuse the fields defining the medical information, we can click on Existing and browse to the selected fields that we want to include. Moving on to the next section, we will see all the models that will be affected by this change and confirm that that's a desired behavior. The last screen will show you a confirmation of all the changes before they are applied. We can use a similar process to add the account status, which will be a new field. So in the Add Wizard, select New Field, and in the correct type, you will see all the available fields. You will find there are fields available of different types. In this case, the account status, it will make most sense to use a select field, which will give the agent a predefined set of options to choose from. Continuing with the process, you'll have the option to specify a field name. In this case, we will choose account status, as well as a logical grouping of the fields by specifying a name. In this case, we are going to place it in the account management group of fields. There's also a handy tool available to easily edit the groups, especially if you're making use of nested groups. In our case, we're just going to ignore this for now and only specify the one group, account management. A group is simply used to give context to the field and to make it easily accessible when displaying a large list of available fields on a case type. Alright, moving on to the next section, we are able to edit the security on a field. Now this includes both the write and read security. In other words, you are able to decide by security right which agents can edit the field and which agents can see the field. Right, let's click the ellipse icon to assign a security right to the right security of the field. Over here we can see a list of available security rights, but we can also add a new security right. So let's do that. Let's add a security right and name it Edit ARM Finance Field. Now only users with this security right will be able to change the value of this field. Let's complete the wizard and confirm the changes to apply them. There you can see this new field in the model. We can also edit the possible options of this field by making use of the selection option action when the field is selected. Let's just enter a few possible options and move over to the Form Customization tab, which will show the form to be displayed to the agent. As you can see, we do not have a customization at the moment for medical account management case type, but we can edit it and apply customization as we desire, or we can start off with another customization from a different case type from where you can customize it. We will base this customization on the medical collections case type, where we can add our fields to the medical tab and remove the sections that are not applicable. We can also customize some of the settings on these fields, such as adding a tooltip that will be shown to the users when they hover over the field. And once we are happy with the customization, we can save it on this case type. Another handy feature is assigning a case type as a default for a client or plaintiff, such that when a case is created for that client, it will choose by default the case type selected. So let's assign a default case type for the client Prime Health by selecting it and dragging it to the medical account management case type. Great, so let's move over to Case Manager and see the effect. We can log in as John Howler. Right, so in Case Manager, when we create a new case, there's a new wizard that will ask you to select the client for whom the case is created. We will select Prime Health, and this will show the default case type then is medical account management. Right, so let's create some dummy data for this. Just a case reference, client reference, and the data reference, and some basic information such as the outstanding capital and the type of debtor and debt. We will leave the status and word group as default. You'll see when the case is shown to the user, it's the medical account management case type with the customizations as we set it up in the configuration tools. If we then were to open another case not on that case type, you will see that it's a different customization shown and is indicated to be the default case type in this instance. Back on our Prime Health case, you will see that the account status is not editable, but the medical fields, medical insurance fields are. This is because the logged in user, John, does have the appropriate right to edit the medical insurance fields, but not the ARM finance field. Moving back to the configuration tools, we are going to have a quick look at customizing some of the security. Say we would like to hide sensitive medical information from some of the users. We can do this by adding an additional security right and use this for the read access of the field. In the custom field security section, you will see all the security rights we already created for field security, and we will go ahead and add an additional security right for this. Let's call this view medical information, and we can add a description for this security right. We can save this and it will appear in your list of custom field security. So let's go ahead and assign the security right to fields. We can go back to the data type models and view the case fields. In this case, we would like to assign this as a read security right to the medical fields. We can make use of the bulk edit functionality. The wizard will appear that give you the option to either edit the grouping or the security right. We will choose security, and in the view, we will select the fields applicable and select read security, where we can select our newly created security right. Assigning this right as read security to the applicable fields will prevent users without this right from seeing the information. So we can go ahead and confirm the case types that will be affected by this and confirm the changes, and this will apply the security to the fields. So let's go ahead and assign the security right to a security role, which will give the right to specific users in the system. Let's assign this to the medical call center agent so we can edit it and find the newly created right in the list of field security rights and assign this right to this role. When we browse to the user management section, we can find a user without this right to show the information hidden. If we take, for example, this user Ella, we'll see that she has the role of a call center agent, and when we browse down to the actual right, we'll see that she does not have the right to view medical information. So let's log into Case Manager with Ella's user, and we can open our medical account management case that we created previously and browse to the medical tab. And here, since Ella does not have the view medical information right, she won't be able to see any of the information in the medical fields. We also want to give administrators the ability to edit the account status field. Back in the configuration tool, when we browse to the security roles, we can see the users with the administrator role, including John here. And we can edit this role. Browsing down to the field security rights, we can make sure that John has the Edit ARM Finance field right. To show this in action, let's log back into Case Manager as John and open our medical account management case. When you browse to the finance section, we'll see the account status field and we can edit the options as we've set them up. Lastly, moving back to the configuration tools, we can show the amount of customizable fields that are available. Just to show, when adding a new field, you can see a list of the available customizable fields of different data types associated with different objects. This concludes our functionality overview of data type models in Case Manager 6. Thank you for joining us, and should you wish to find out more, please visit our website casemanager.tech.